realize or experience who we are. Because in samadhi, we don't have any obstruction. Any obstruction, within my existence and my real existence. My existence as in this world, and with my real existence, that is eternal existence. So these two existences at one point comes and converge, becomes one, and this state is called samadhi. But this samadhi is also within our reach all the time. We carry this state always with us, but we are not aware about it. Now, let us start from mind. What is a mind? Mind, as we know, is a cluster of thoughts, thousands and thousands and millions of thoughts grouped together in one body is called a mind. So this cluster of thoughts grouped, this cluster of thoughts in this body is called my mind. At the same time, the cluster of thoughts in your body is called your mind. So in this way, there are many minds when we consider each body, but this is like this, that today we have clouds here in Varanasi. When I look from my window, I see clouds. So when somebody else looks from his window, he also sees that cloud. So, when I look from my window, I think that this is my cloud. The person who is looking from his window, he thinks that this is his cloud. But the cloud is one. It's one. It's the same for both of us. But because we are looking at the cloud from different perspective, from different perception, or from different, situation, we impose these to be ours. So when we talk about mind, this mind is also the same as my mind and your mind. Our mind is not different. It is the same mind. When I see the mind from my perception, from my perspective, it appears to be my mind. When you see the mind from your perspective, it appears to be your mind. But mind also has Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we lost you for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, because some phone was coming. So this mind is like when I when I see it from my perspective, it's my mind. When you see from your perspective, it is your mind. But we are looking at the same mind. Now, this mind has got qualities, like we had discussed about in the Bhagavad Gita, that there are three qualities: sattva, rajas, and tamas. But here it says that the mind has five different, five different steps, like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and step 5. Okay, like it has got different grades. Our mind has got 5 different grades. Okay, so what is the first grade, or what is the first class of the mind? The first grade is called shipta. Shipta means, the tendency of the mind to scatter. Like when you wake up in the morning, you will see that the moment you wake up and the moment you are aware that you are awake, like first when you wake up, the first thing that comes to you is you yourself, I. And then I am awake. And then when I am awake, then I means from I to I am. And from I am, this whole thing starts. This, that, in this way. So the first thing was I. And then this I am. When this I am came, I am means I with respect to the world. That is, unconsciously or unwantedly, I got connected with the world. When I'm I, then there is no world, there is only I. when you look at your, when you look at yourself very closely, when you wake up, you will see the first thing that happens when you wake up is I. In that I, there is no body, there is no mind, there is no world. There is only I. This I is the universal I. This is the real I. But this I does not stay for long. You know, very fast, very fast, there is a mutation. Like nowadays we talk about coronavirus becoming, undergoing mutation. It mutates, it changes its form. So this I also, in a very short time, it changes its form into I am. So when it becomes I am, that means it becomes, it is with respect to the world, because it has unconsciously, unawaringly, it has, or unwantedly also, it has joined with the world. So when I say I am, then I am in this world actually. So this I am is not I, it is with the world. And then this all follows. So I am, and I am this, I am that, I am those, in this way. This is in Vedanta, it's called aham, idam, mama. That is aham, I, idam, I am this, and mama, these are mine, that is mine, that is not mine, that is not his, that is his, that is hers. These are not mine, these are mine, all these things, So that means it is the world. So Shipta means this tendency of the mind to become to become, this world from I. It is I. The original existence, the original state is I, but it does not remain as I. Within no time, it becomes I am this, I am that, I am those, I am those. So this scattering of the mind, this scattering of the mind is called Shipta. So this is the first part of the mind. This is the first grade of the mind. This is the first level of the mind. Now, when it gets scattered, what happens? It is not that the mind gets scattered and that's it. It's not like that. The mind gets scattered and the mind gets attached to each and every aspect of this world. Like if this is my watch, this is my pen, this is my car, this is my house, this is my wife, this is my son, this is my daughter, this is my office, this is my friend. In this way, it goes and scatters into everything and it gets attached to them. It gets attached to them means it goes and gets attached, gets entangled, it gets tied with them. And when it gets tied with them, that means you are consciousness. You are consciousness absolute. But this consciousness absolute, it goes out and it gets mixed with matter. Anything which is not you is matter. Okay, so I am, this is my watch. That means the consciousness has gone and got mixed with the matter called watch, and it has become your watch. So it has not only become your watch, the consciousness has also transformed itself into matter unconsciously. When you say that it is my watch, it is not that you just mean that it's my watch. What has happened is the consciousness has become matter. The consciousness has become a watch. When you say my money, it is not that it's only your money. It is the consciousness, the supreme consciousness, the birthless, deathless, eternal, pure consciousness, universal consciousness. It goes and transforms itself into a matter called money, or house, or property, or job, and this and that. So they not only gets attached with them, they become them also. And after becoming them, they start to create another reality from that. When it becomes that this is my watch, it also does not remain here. It starts to create another reality from there. It is my work, it is my place, it is my, everything which is mine means, or which is not mine means, the consciousness has traveled up to that point, and it has got mixed with them, attached with them, and it has transformed itself into that matter, and it has started to create another reality. The reality in the very beginning was I, universal consciousness. The reality was universal consciousness, but in no time it became a matter, and then from that matter it started to create another reality. So this is the next grade, this is the next level, and this is called vikshipta. This level is called vikshipta. The first one is shipta, scattered, and then after getting scattered, it goes and get mixed with everything, attached with everything, it transforms itself, it mutates itself into that, and then from there it starts to create its own reality, which is not reality, which is a maya, which is just a delusion. But it creates that delusion, and it remains in the delusion, and it considers that delusion to be the only reality. So this complete process is called vikshipta. So this is the next level of mind. So what happens when this new reality has been created? When a new reality which is not reality has been created, and we get deluded within this reality and think that this is the only truth and nothing else is true, because this is what is evident to us, this is what is experienced. Because it is experienced, so that is what we think that this is the only reality. What happens? We get fooled by that. In this way, everybody in this world is fooled. We are all fooled. We are all, we are all hypnotized. We are all fooled. So after this vikshipta, what happens as a consequence is the third level of mind, and that is called mura. That means we have considered a non-real entity to be real. We have considered something which is completely false to be real, and we have not only started to live within this, we have started to, we have started to exist. We have started to exist within that, and we have